You unmatched coverage of football from around the White Mountains and beyond. No one does it like Sports Zone Radio. And now you can live stream HD video of our broadcast coverage exclusively at SportsZone123.com and on the Sports Zone Radio mobile app. All part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Chaz Hatch refuses to lose a deal over $1. Hard-hitting broadcast coverage of White Mountains football is up next. Now, let's take you out to the field and join our broadcast team for tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week.
And welcome to the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota, where we get tonight at homecoming for the Show Low Cougars on their home field. The Show Low field for the Show Low Cougars here tonight in a big game in the 3A region between Monument Valley and the Show Low Cougars. Good evening, everybody. This is Byron Brown B Square, and I am here with my color analyst, soccer extraordinaire, Carter Anderson.
What happened to golf?
I've seen you play golf, and you're not a golf extraordinaire.
All right, fair enough. Good morning.
Good morning. How about good evening? Carter, tonight we've got a big game for the Show Low Cougars. It's a must-win for them. They're 2-5 on the season, 1-4 in conference, 1-1 in the region play, but here tonight, a win goes a long way toward making the playoffs.
Right. And where are we sitting right now in terms of playoff potential?
Right now, Show Low's sitting at 24, which is the bubble.
The bubble.
The bubble, because the winners of the regions, and I have to study up a little bit more. In the past, it's always been the top two teams would get the automatic playoff game, but I'm going to tell you it's the winners of all the regions, which I believe there's six to seven regions, and then everybody else, it's like how you're ranked. But the problem is that there's certain regions where the winner might be outside the rankings, so they automatically bump to that number 24 spot and bump people down.
Right.
All right, so Show Low's going to receive the opening kick from Monument Valley, and here it is. It's a little squib kick picked up for Show Low. Trying to be returned, and they're going to get good field position all the way out to the 45. And that, I believe, was is that number 30 there, Corbin Wood, that was able to pick up that little squib kick and return it to the 45 of the Show Low Cougars. Carter, well, as you got to know as you came up from the valley here today that we got the little weather.
Boy, did we ever see
We got some good rain and some snow, some sleet. So we're going to see how that affects both teams, but probably not as much Show Low because you're going to see a lot of running here. And here's the snap and give. Oh, they took it away. There's a pass right off the bat. Down the sideline, the Jet Walker. No one's catching Jet Walker for the 55-yard touchdown.
Fantastic.
As I talk about the run game, and I think Monument Valley was expecting the run, here we have Cash Perkins faking the handoff to Dax Lamson, bringing it back out, a little RPO right here action, and hits Jet Walker, who's the fastest guy in the Show Low team, out in the flat, no one around, and no one's catching Jet Walker from behind.
Such a well-designed play. He was so wide open. Fantastic.
What a great first play call for the Show Low Cougars.
I think the moral of the story is don't listen to B Squared.
That's right. Exactly. No, that was a great first play call from the Show Low Cougars. That's the coaching staff. Give credit to the coaching staff of the Cougars coming out thinking basically what everyone else is thinking, including B Square, Byron Brown, which is they're going to run the ball, and here they do pass it to Jet Walker for the 55-yard touchdown pass and catch, and for the first score on the first play that took 14 seconds off the clock for the Show Low Cougars in the first quarter. We're going to take a break. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Have you heard the big news? At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, we are bigger and better than ever. With our newly expanded emergency room facility and capabilities, we are even better equipped to handle your urgent needs with the care and efficiency you deserve. Discover the new standard in healthcare right in your backyard. Choose White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, where specialized and emergency care are now within reach.
Hey, have you heard the rumor that the free Lifeline phone program has ended?
I got some great news. It's not true. Cellular One is still providing free phones and unlimited talk and text nationwide, plus 5 gigabytes of high-speed data.
Wow, free unlimited talk, text, and 5 gigabytes of high-speed data.
Want to see if you qualify? Just visit your local Cellular One store today. You can walk out with a brand new smartphone and enjoy the biggest, most reliable network on the Navajo Nation. Cellular One, keeping you connected for over 30 years, and we're here to stay.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. It is Show Low Cougars versus Monument Valley here at Show Low Ford Field. And the kickoff after Show Low scores on one play, 55 yards. It is returned by Drake Chi-Barnell, who returns it all the way back to Monument Valley's 49-yard line. So Monument Valley with great field position. Here's a high snap. Give up the middle. And that's going to go for about 4 yards. And that give us to Trent Tall. Trent Tall for 4 yards.
Pretty exciting to have 3 plays, and 2 of them have been just barn-burning explosive. Fantastic game.
Monument Valley breaks the huddle.
A little size difference on that line.
2nd and 6. Pistol formation. Bobbled the snap. They're still going to give it to Tall. Tall's getting up the line, but he is stonewalled by the Cougar defense after a gain of 2 yards. Carter, the Show Low Cougars, despite the 2-5 record, they have played very, very tough. They've played very tough against the competition of Thatcher and Push Ridge. They have determination and grit. And here's a high snap to Monument Valley, but he squeezes through. I believe that's Trent Tall right there again for the first down for Monument Valley.
And we're in the last game of the season. 2?
I think this is we're like third to last.
Third to last. All right. So we've got a little room to make.
Yeah, we still Show Low still plays Blue Ridge,
and they're still ranked.
And they were ranked third, I believe, in the rankings. And that's another big game I'll tell you about in here in a second. Here's the snap and the pitch back for Monument Valley, trying to get to the outside, and there is nothing there on the outside, and that is for the Show Low Cougars defense right there, making sure that no one gets around the end. And that's 44 Talon Sloan.
Showing the wheels.
Very difficult to get outside the Show Low Cougar defense. They've got speed. You might be able to get them in the inside with certain block schemes, but trying to get outside, Show Low will stop you. So that's a loss of 1. And here's the snap. Right up the middle again, going to Trent Tall. And Carter, I'll tell you right now, why change?
You see the pattern. They clearly have scouted this.
I mean, it's 3 carries to Trent Tall, got you a first down. You then go to Trent Tall, you lose a yard. You go to Trent Tall, and he gets 6 yards and puts you in a 3rd and 5 situation. Monument Valley back, pistol formation, new runner there. Quarterback keeps it, and he's going to get swallowed up right there by the Cougar defense. That's number 88 right there, Dax Clark, that just swallows up the quarterback, Drake Chi-Barnell. That was a little RPO, and Drake made the wrong decision there.
Right. Well, I could tell my kids, sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug.
That's right. Well, it's 4th down, and 4th and 5 right now, so Monument Valley's going to go for it. Show Low decided to decline the penalty against Monument Valley. A little surprise right there. Push them back. I mean, 3rd and 15, your defense is doing great right now. Here's the snap. Back to look is Drake. He's got an opening. He's going to squirm through. He's going to get down the sideline. He's going, and he is finally tackled and upended at the 17-yard line. How about Drake Barnell eluding the tackles and going up the middle and getting the first down?
Looked like he had 3 separate players that touched him before he ever got out of bounds. Yeah. Great individual effort.
Nice job by Drake for Monument Valley, avoiding the Cougar rush and able to get the first down and in the red zone. Pistol formation. Here's the handoff up the middle, and there's nowhere. Stuffed. That is Jacob Murray that comes through and just swallows Tall, the running back of Monument Valley.
There's your captain showing up.
I'm sorry, that was Brezhun. I'm not even going to attempt. Okay, Brezhun of Monument Valley, he got swallowed up right there by the Cougar defense, by Murray. That's a 3-yard loss. Puts it back at 2nd and 12. Man in motion, and they're going to give it to him. And again, he gets swallowed up right there by 88. Dax Clark. Man in motion was Holmes, who got the ball and just was going nowhere.
Well, 5'4" and $120.
Well, that's not going to get you much, is it?
Boy, it actually kind of reminds me of high school.
High school for you back in the plains of North Dakota.
And I came well prepared temperature-wise tonight.
So another loss. Pistol formation, fake the handoff. Drake is going to try up the middle, but he is going to get stuffed right there by 57.
Thinking we made an adjustment.
Dallin Rawlings right there makes the big play. Looks like he's a little shaken up. When it's cold like this, sometimes even when you make a big play, you feel it.
And you feel it for the next 15 minutes sometimes.
So 4th and forever for the Mustangs. We have 6:09 left here in the first quarter. Cougars 7, Mustangs 0. Mustangs in Show Low territory. Pistol formation, empty backfield, man in motion. They're going to fake it to him. They're going to pass it up top, over the top, into the end zone.
Is it intercepted?
Intercepted. It is. I don't think he. I think he was down in the end zone. They're returning it.
He's still going.
He's still going, but I think he was down in the end zone, and he's finally tackled. We'll find out here shortly.
They didn't blow it dead
at the 38-yard line, but that was a great pick by Cameron Hernandez. We'll have to see on the replay if he was down. Unfortunately, the referees don't have the capability of replay. But let's watch this play here, Carter. Here's Drake. He's throwing it up for grabs. And Cameron out in front gets it. He falls on the player, but maybe he doesn't. I have to see, though, an elbow. But that's a great call.
And the ref was right on top of it.
Yes. Here's the snap. Give up the middle. Who's at number 3 right there for the Cougars? That's Dax Lampson, who gets about 2 yards on that play. All right, let's see this one more time, folks. I think he got an arm or an elbow down. Let's see. Here's the interception, slow-mo, perfect. Let's see where he goes. He lands. Oh, his helmet. That's down. Your helmet touches the ground, you're down. That should have been a touchback.
Yeah.
But, fast. It's
right.
As fast as it is. Here's the snap. Pass to the outside. Oh, tipped away by Monument Valley. Big guy. Defensive lineman right there getting his arms up.
Sniff that
Marty
up.
Bailey.
Yeah. Well, you got to be proud of their fans for showing up.
Yeah, look at that play right there. The replay. Bailey coming through unblocked, knocking the pass, making it into a 3rd and 8 situation for the Show Low Cougars after that turnover by Hernandez. Here's a man in motion. That's Walker. He's going to get to the outside. Is he able to cut back? He does. Sheds a block. Sheds another block. He's fighting for that first down. How you got it?
Got that.
Look at Jet Walker right there. Not being denied.
Determined. I wonder if the wet uniforms helped in that a little bit.
It does, but this is Jet Walker, who is one of the best runners in the 3A conference. Not just the region, but the conference. And does a great job right there to get the first down for the Show Low Cougars.
Had the pleasure of watching him grow up, actually.
Here's a give up the middle to Dax Lampson. He's got a hole. He busts through. He's looking for the end zone. He's finally brought down by the Mustang defense defender.
Mustangs don't really have an answer right now.
No, Cougars doing a great job up front, blocking, providing those holes, and Lampson getting the big hole, and great vision by Lampson to get that the first down, almost the touchdown right there. Touchdown-saving tackle right here by the Mustang defender. That's number 33, Trent Tall.
Playing both ways.
Yeah, most of them do. Snap, fake give, throw, and it's in. Oh, almost intercepted right there. They tried that fake give to the running back up the middle, pull it back. And Perkins looks for his receiver and is very, very fortunate that the secondary DB for the Mustangs drops the interception.
It may or may not be personal reflection on this one, but he'll remember that for a while.
Yeah, like you mentioned, was it the weather? I mean, I guarantee you that ball is not dry.
Right.
And here's a give up the middle, and that is not going to go anywhere. The Mustang defense rises up to the occasion. Chad Young throws down the runner for the Cougars, Alexander Anderson. He just comes in unblocked and says, I'm going to tell you, I'm hog-tying you.
I wonder how many of these players are wearing gloves that normally wouldn't.
Probably a lot, but as we know, gloves actually don't help in the rain. They make it more slick to me.
That's what was always my experience, but technology's changed. It's been 75 years, so
75 years since you've played. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, leather helmets and the whole. Yeah.
Oh, they had helmets when they actually had helmets when you played?
My freshman year.
Okay, all right. So I believe that was a delay of game by the Cougars. 3rd and 18. Back to pass is Cash Perkins. He's looking. He's rolling to his right. He's looking. Nobody down. He's going to put the ball down. He's going to dance around. If he can get to the edge, and he cuts back, and look at this nice run by Cash Perkins.
Making something out of nothing.
You know who does that well? Is Stacy Anderson.
Really?
She can make anything out of nothing.
Give her 3 ingredients, look out.
That's right. Well, I'm also looking at who her husband is.
Well, there's 3 ingredients.
That's right. Nice job by Cash Perkins to get it back to a 4th and 10 situation instead of 3rd and 18. So Cougars going to go for it here from the Mustangs 25. Well, that's going to be an offsides against the Mustangs, trying to time the count right there. That's 5 more yards for the Cougars. They'll make it to the 20-yard line, so it'll be 4th and 5. Perkins comes to see what the new play is. To the sideline, comes back, lets his teammates know.
I'd be okay with that RPO again.
Well, he's got Jet Walker in the as a tight end, H-back, what I call. See what happens here. And again, they're going to get offsides. Oh, nope, they're going to have a false start.
Flag on the play, a false start, Show Low.
So what happens for the folks out there is the Mustangs, they move, but they didn't move into the neutral zone.
Right.
So they can move, and then what happened was the Cougar offensive lineman, he went up and pointed, And guess what? He never crossed. So that 5 yards they got on the offsides is coming back, and we've got a timeout here. We'll take a quick 30-second break. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
The Factory Challenge is on, and Hatch Toyota in Show Low is stepping up. The factory has challenged us to sell 50 new Tundras by the end of the month. And guess what? We're gonna crush it. Every single Tundra, in every trim, every option, and every color will be sold at factory invoice. You pay exactly what we pay. You'll save thousands. We'll even show you the factory invoice. No games, no gimmicks, just the best price you'll find anywhere. The challenge is real, and the savings are massive. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall.
All right, welcome back. Show Low Cougars are facing a fourth and 10 from the Mustangs 25. Cash Perkins in shotgun formation with Anderson to his left. Here's the snap. Fade back to pass. Here comes the rush. Perkins avoids it. He's going to put the ball down, try to get a cut move. And then he's finally met by Tall of the Mustang defense. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Well, I think the design was there. I think the execution was not, long story short. He had plenty of time, just couldn't find the right open guy. What do you think of the pink, Byron Brown?
Well, I know it's October, so I don't have a problem. When it's in October,
I think it's a nice shade.
So it's perfectly okay for one game.
Right. Well, I see our cheerleaders are decked out pretty nice.
Yeah, it's very good. So the Mustangs take over after the turnover on downs. Here's the snap and the give to up the middle. I believe that might be Tall, and he is going to be met by black jerseys of the Cougar defense, and that is Trent Tall for a minimal gain of 2 yards.
I don't know if we've made an adjustment, but up the middle seems to have kind of stalled out here.
Second and 8, man in motion. Here's the snap, bobbled, and they're going to give up to Tall again up the middle, and he's going to get close. He's going to get good yardage right there, get about a gain of 4 to put it into a third and short situation. We're almost coming to the end of the first quarter. That's about the third snap that Monument Valley's had issues with here. Something to watch for because one miscaught snap.
Right.
And that's a turnover, and it could be costly for the Mustangs. We'll have to watch that. I don't know, again, if it's the wet ball.
Cold hands,
but
right.
I mean, sometimes it surprises the quarterback. I mean, he's a little late getting his arms up, and here's the snap. Fake. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to try to tuck and run it also, and he is met by the Cougars. Dax Lamson right there on the outside. He's not going to get there.
He's having a solid game.
Nice job right here as you watch. That's Dak Lamson just puts his helmet down. Low man wins.
That's how you teach it.
That's it. Puts the Mustangs in a 4th and 4 situation. And they're going to wait for the first quarter to end. And so it is. Here on homecoming night for the Show Low Cougars at Show Low Ford Field. It is Show Low Cougars 7, Monument Valley 0 at the end of the first quarter. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Factory Challenge is on, and Hatch Toyota in Show Low is stepping up. The factory has challenged us to sell 50 new Tundras by the end of the month. And guess what? We're gonna crush it. Every single Tundra, in every trim, every option, and every color will be sold at factory invoice. You pay exactly what we pay. You'll save thousands. We'll even show you the factory invoice. No games, no gimmicks, just the best price you'll find anywhere. The challenge is real, and the savings are massive. That's Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall.
Welcome back to Show Low versus Monument Valley on homecoming night for the Show Low Cougars. Here at Show Low Ford Field, you're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. This is Byron Brown, B Square, with my colorblind analyst, Carter Anderson. And then get back, it's a fourth down situation. Monument Valley's going to go back to punt. Low, snap. He's going to, he got it off. And he gets it off. Wow. It's going to squib kick into the Show Low Cougar territory. It's going to die at the Show Low 46. But how about, again, making lemonade out of lemons?
Right. I think we're still looking at that cold weather, the cold hands, the wet ball. I wonder if that'll factor in later.
Well, we're seeing it tonight in certainly the play calling and some of the passing and running. It's just they're not able to get that good grip. Even on that first play, it wasn't a very long, just a dump over the pass, over the middle and the run. So Cougars have it at their own 46-yard line. Here's a give to Jet Walker, who's looking for some room. He's trying to squirm around, and he is not going to get anywhere. He's going to lose a yard right there. Great defense by the Mustangs.
Well, we could see their breath on that last close-up. It must be chilly. We're up in a box. Nicely protected.
Well, for the first time. Yeah. But our camera guys, Sean and Derek, doing the dirty work and getting dirty.
God bless them.
And getting wet. Here's Perkins back to pass. He's going to try to dump off a little one, short one, and it's going to be incomplete. Really no time for anything to develop right there. I don't know if he was looking for a screen pass. Usually when you see the defenders rush that many without the blocking, usually it's a screen pass, but he went a little further in. And why don't you wave? Look, Carter. Look right there.
Hi,
fans. We can see Carter Anderson right there. Well, at least the top of your noggin.
Well, yeah.
The best feature.
Look more like an eraser of a pencil.
Third down. Perkins going to roll to his right. He's looking deep. He's got one, and it's just through the hands of the receiver. And that is Josh Williams that is unable to come down with that pass by Cash Perkins. Nice pass by Cash.
Oh, I think it was fantastic.
Carter, I will tell you this, and I've said it in your position as the colorblind analyst, is that I don't understand why coaches don't do that more often, roll their quarterback to the right, especially when they're right-handed, but they like to come left, and it's just a harder throw for a right-handed guy.
Especially at the high school level.
Exactly. So Show Low will punt for the first time tonight. Here's their first attempt, but it's going to be called play dead. We'll have 5 yards added to the Cougars for illegal motion. And even then you can see, Carter, and again, we don't want to,
beleaguer the point.
Beleaguer the point or, make it a swampy point like it is the conditions tonight, but it's the conditions.
It
is. You're going to see, you saw the snap of the ball. It's like very like, hey, don't – it's like just kind of a lob back to the punter.
Right.
So we'll try the punt again. Now, here's a high snap. He had to go back for it.
Oh.
Lets it go. And, again, this is going to be a great punt because that ball is just going to skirt all the way down.
I don't know if you noticed, most punters will take 2 or 3 steps. He reacted very quickly, very well.
Well, and he got the right roll. Yeah. In punting, you usually want the spiral, but I think in this weather and here, it's just like just get it to where it'll bounce and bounce
and bounce
yeah. with the field conditions being wet. It's going to skid.
Yeah, we're on the tundra.
That's right. So it'll be first down for the Mustangs at the at their own 20-yard line. So Monument Valley starts at their own 20 after that punt by the Cougars. Here's a fake give and breaks out the tackle, ball on the ground. That's live, I believe, and that's the Show Low Cougars recovering it. We're seeing what we're doing. I think they're calling them down, but again, unfortunately, they don't have replay. If they did, they would see that he was not down. He was on top of the defender. That's Drac Barnell, watch this. He breaks out of the tackle here, comes forward. He's going to get tackled. Look, he swung. He's on the defender,
right.
And the ball's already out. But unfortunately, the refs do not have what we have.
Right.
The privilege of replay. So 2nd and 8. Mustangs go in motion. Here's the snap. Pitch outside the tall, who avoids another tackle and then just gets swallowed up by the black jerseys of the Cougar defense. That's on the roster. It's Cooper Peck who turned him inside into Anderson, who made the tackle.
Right.
So now it's going to be 3rd and 9 for the Mustangs. Anderson, you can see, look at him. He is pumped up. Anderson on the defense for the Cougars. Man goes out motion. We got trips left. Empty backfield. Quarterback goes back to pass. A little rush. He's going to break it down, and he is going to go nowhere fast.
Stuffed.
He is stuffed right there by the Cougar defense. That's Dowling Rawlings that comes up with that play. Now it's 4th and 8. Force the Mustangs to punt the ball. We've got 8:50 left in the second quarter. Show Low 7, Monument Valley 0.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of field position ends up here.
Well, let's see what kind of snap this will be.
Right.
We saw the first one. Very fortunate for Monument Valley to even get the punt off.
Right, a little shaky.
Yep. Oh, it goes right through the hands. We talked about the water. Is he going to get it out? Down Rawlings going to tackle him and get him down at the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. You know, good job not letting him get outside.
Yeah, Down Rawlings doing a nice job. They the rush kind of like, oh, he's got it. And then once they saw that it was right past him, Rawlings, and I believe that was also Peck right there that kept after him, and Rawlings is able to bring him down at the 1 yard line, giving the Cougars great field position at Monument Valley 1.
Well, we're going to start calling you Nostradamus.
Every now and then, a blind squirrel finds a nut.
Oh, you seen my golf game. Okay.
That's right. I have. Show Low comes out. They're going to come out in shotgun formation with Dax Lamson in the backfield. Here's the snap. Give. Yeah, nope. Perkins is going to keep it himself. He's trying to get to the outside. He does.
There he is.
Touchdown, Cash Perkins for the Show Low Cougars.
Boy, he made that look easy. He's strong.
Yeah, he did a very nice job right there, Cash Perkins. I thought he was going to give it to Dax Lamson, but he kept it, fouled his block. His blockers, he was kind of pushed back a little bit, able to bounce it to the outside and get into the end zone. Here, we'll watch the replay. He just takes his lead. I'm just watching which blocker right there. Boom, he just bounces off that and gets to the outside. Cash Perkins cashing it in.
You can tell the field's a little drier on that end.
And now we're going to – Show Low's going to attempt the extra point to make it 14-0. Here's the kick. And it's good. It's good. That extra point puts Show Low up 14-0 over the Mustang of Monument Valley. And you're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Your neighbors and friends won't have to fake their enthusiasm over your new wall. With the durability and strength of precast Verticrete walls from Hatch Concrete is a solid investment. Enhance your property's value with a two-sided decorative concrete wall that's as stylish as it is affordable. No yearly repairs or restaining needed. Request a free estimate from Hatch Concrete today, where quality isn't just a name, but a tradition.
And we're back, and here's Monument Valley taking the kickoff all the way down 93 yards. That is Drake Chi Barnell, the quarterback, getting the kickoff, but it looks like it's coming back. Unfortunately for Drake Chi Barnell, his play is coming back. We're going to have holding against Monument Valley. How about this, Carter? Drake Chi runs at 93 yards for what he thought was a touchdown, and now he's got to come all the way back and quarterback the first play.
Such a heartbreak.
Yeah, so here we are. We're going to show the replay. It would be interesting to see where the hold was, because it's like, unfortunately for Monument Valley, it's away from the play. It wasn't really close to the return man.
I think we have to presume it was around the 40-yard line. We get a replay look at that.
Right, but I'm just saying there really wasn't anybody around
Drake
Chi, the returner.
Right.
So I'm just saying it's one of those plays where you run the ball to the right, and it's the wide receiver in the left flat that gets called for holding. Where it's like not even close to the play, and you're like, what are you doing? So Monument Valley take the points off the scoreboard, and now they're at the 25-yard line. Drake Chi's got to take a quick breath.
Oh, and
he
another.
fumbles the snap. He's going to get it out to the flat to his running back, who is tackled for 2 yards. And that is number 36 of the Show Low Cougars. That is Carter. Carter Alexander right there.
Wow.
I'll just shorten and just say, hey, that was a tackle by Carter.
I'm pretty sure he was named after me.
Nice job by Alexander right there, getting out to the flat. That's actually a loss on the play, a loss of 2.
Pretty athletic to get that ball off even, much less get it on target.
Yeah, nice job. Well, he's still trying to catch his breath after 93
Right?
yards. Drake in the shotgun, fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, and there's a wall of black jerseys, and he just gets rid of it. He's like, I am not going to run this anymore and take the punishment. I'm still breathing hard after 93 yards, and I throw it away.
Well, he's not cool. He's not cold tonight.
No, you look at this. He's like, no.
Yeah, pass.
And there is no flag on the play because he's out of the pocket, and he got it to the line of scrimmage.
Right.
So anybody was wondering, that's,
intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding. No, he was past he was out of the pocket, and the pass got to the line of scrimmage.
That's all that matters.
So we have 7 minutes left here in the second quarter. Show Low 14, Monument Valley 0.
Going trips.
Trips right. Timeout will be called by Monument Valley, and we're going to keep it here because I think we need to get into a little exchange with somebody that decided to
engage us
and try to explain. I guess I don't know where he looked up on Wikipedia, which means everybody can make their own definitions. and sent that it is generally considered easier to throw on the run while moving to the left for right-handed individuals because it allows for a more natural throwing motion with the dominant arm while utilizing the body's momentum to generate power, which, by the way, whoever wrote this explanation doesn't really understand the game or the motion because you also have to have your hips and you have to have your feet set and your shoulders square when you're throwing. And most people, because it's an awkward motion of going to their left, right-handed, they can't set. And so their body is off. Their hips are off. Their shoulders are off. And what happens is that it's more times than I would say 9 out of 10 in high school, the ball is either going to be too high or thrown out of bounds. So, Floyd, thank you. Thank you for listening and giving me this definition from somebody that really doesn't know the game of football. And by the way, Floyd is not here. That's why you're listening to Byron Brown B Square and Carter Anderson calling the Show Low homecoming game, the Show Low Cougars versus the Monument Valley Mustangs. He is in Wisconsin, going to see his son David Simmons play football tomorrow. So big game for David Simmons and for Floyd Simmons. Glad you're listening. And on that third down play, basically Drake Chi was just throwing it out into the flat for nobody except for the Cougar defenders. He just out-threw everybody. Almost right. Great chance or great I just lost it. That's what happens when you're 55. Okay. Talon Sloan made a great effort to get to that pass over his head. Mm-hmm. Tried to come up with a one-handed interception. Now here's a good snap, but bad punt. He just shanked it right off his foot right there. And that's only going to be about a punt of about 10 yards for the Mustangs punter. And that's going to give Show Low great field position at the Monument Valley 32-yard line. Shank of a punt, and I think he's got in his head the punter's like he's just had bad snaps, and he probably couldn't believe they actually got one right to him.
Yeah, I would say, what have we had? One play, perhaps 2 plays that have been in our own half?
So here's the play, pitch out to Jet Walker. He tries to get to the outside. Great block by Dax Lampson to spring him to the outside, and he's finally going to get brought down at the sideline there. Jet Walker about 6 yards right there. Nice job by Dax Lampson being the lead block right there, allowing Walker to cut inside and get 7 yards for the Show Low Cougars, puts them in a 2nd and 3 situation. So Show Low from the Monument Valley 25.
Well, I was just looking up at Madison, Wisconsin. It's going to be warmer there than here.
Yes. And here's the give. That's
almost got to the corner.
That's a nice job by the Cougars right there. A little misdirection. And that's Dane Ruzma that gets the ball, comes inside, and has a great opening right there. Look at that blocking right there by the offensive line and the receiver in motion that creates that hole for Ruzma. Gets it first down inside. Mustangs 10-yard line, probably about the 9.5.
Boy, you were right on about Show Low's speed.
Cash Perkins. Again, he's going to do the same play right there to Dax Lampson, who runs over one would-be tackler, tries to shed the other one, and goes backwards and finally falls down at the 2-yard line. Dax Lampson was trying not to be denied. Almost mishandled that ball, but he kept it right there. Look, here's the tackle. 2 tackles, and he finally escapes and falls down at the 2-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and goal for the Cougars. And Dax is saying, hey, I need your towel there, Perkins. Here's the snap. Pitch out. Whoa, almost overthrew Dax Lampson.
Great recovery.
But he comes inside. Touchdown, Lampson.
Determination.
Yeah, that was, I think Perkins thought he was going to be a little wider, and he pitched it right into Dax's helmet. Bounced in the air. Lampson comes down with it and is able to cut inside and get to the end zone.
Got the fireworks going tonight.
And here's the extra point, and it's good. It's good to give the Show Low Cougars a 21-point lead over the Monument Valley Mustangs. We've got 5:40 left in the second quarter. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night, 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
The gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
And welcome to homecoming night for the Show Low Cougars. You're listening to Byron Brown B Square with Carter Anderson as the color analyst, and it's Show Low 21, Monument Valley 0. Offsides on the kickoff, so it's going to be a re-kick here for the Show Low Cougars. Let's see if they kick it to Drake Chi. Again, they're going to squib kick it, just pooch it. It is received by Monument Valley, and he's going to lumber forward. He's going to rumble into Show Low territory to the 49, maybe the 48-yard line of the Show Low Cougars.
Not sure what they're thinking there with the pooch kicks.
Well, I think after the 93-yard touchdown run, they said, hey, we better not kick it to Drake Chi. Monument Valley in Show Low territory after that pooch kick. And nice return. Cheese fakes the give. He's going to roll to his left, and he's going to be tackled for a loss, TFL, by the Show Low Cougar defense, and that is Cooper Peck.
Again, good job not letting him get away. Uniform's wet. Those could be tough tackles.
Carter, you mentioned it earlier. How about you looked up Madison's temperature, and Floyd sent me a picture of David as they're doing their their day before a game walkthrough, and it's nice and sunny, and you could tell everybody's in short sleeves and like it was summer. Right? You think in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, places that are up there. It's toward the end of October. You're thinking it's going to be cold weather. But no, we're the ones that have the cold weather. Over there, it's nice and summertime.
Right. My son was just there. Blake was just there last week. Yeah.
Nice.
And he said the colors were changing, and it was gorgeous.
All right, yeah, I'm sure it was, especially the colors. Here's 3rd and long for the Mustangs. Man in motion. He's going to give it to Tall, and he's going to be swallowed up right there by Lamson. Lamson doing it all here. Just scored a touchdown, 2-yard touchdown for the Cougars, and now with a big stop on the defense. Fourth down and 12 for the Mustangs. Looks like they're going to punt the ball. Yeah, you think you would go for it in this situation, but Monument Valley, they're going to do a shorter punt, more like it's like a pistol formation. And it's going to be a quick kick, and much better here.
Yeah.
He's going to punt it. Is Jet Walker going to get it? No, he's going to back off it right there as the Mustang defender was coming down. That was number 69 for the Mustangs, DeMarco Miles.
Picking that up, high risk, low reward, as they say.
Right, but I think if the defender was still about 5 yards away, Walker would have picked it up. But it was nice hustle by Miles of the Mustangs to make sure that the speedy Walker doesn't do as his name says and put the Jets on and go all the way. So Show Low will take over at the 20. We've got 3.5 minutes left in the second quarter. And by the way, I heard before the game they were announcing some of the accomplishments by the referees. And here's the play. Here's a give to Anderson, who breaks a tackle, going to the left side, breaks some more tackles. He's got opening. Can he outrun the defense? He breaks another tackle. Anderson going all the way down to the 18-yard line of Monument Valley. Wow. That is a 62-yard run.
That is just determination.
For Anderson.
Carrying on the family name.
Carrying on the family name of right there of the man in the booth. Alex Anderson breaks 6 tackles. Here's another guy. Nope. And finally, one guy. That is Andre Smith is able to bring down Alexander after a 62-yard run.
Are we voting for player of the game yet?
Not yet.
No.
And here's a give to Jet Walker around the outside, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds for a couple of yards.
Ball around the right side, gain of about a yard on the play. It's second down.
But what that means, though, is that we have a lot of potential Sports Zone player of the game. I can already think about 3 players.
You know, it's going to be hard for me not to write down Anderson.
Well, yeah, I know. You're going to give the,
little hometown favorite right
exactly. There, right? But we do have a couple others.
Yeah.
I mean, Lamson is having a game.
Great
Perkins
game.
is having a game.
Yep.
And Walker. So here's the snap. Perkins is going to keep. He's going to avoid a tackle right there. He's got room to run on the sideline. He's going to get just to the outside, and he is pushed.
Cash Perkins takes the ball around.
He goes out onto the track.
11-yard line.
Good show of sportsmanship there. They picked him up.
No, that's not. No, you don't pick up the opposing player. Look, you pushed him. You pushed him far enough in bounds. That's fine. Hey, you pushed him out of bounds. You turn around, walk back to the huddle.
Yep. Tucson.
That's right. Exactly. That's what we did in Tucson. First down for the Cougars. Perkins. Bad snap, and Anderson's going to fall on it right there. I think, and that's one of those snaps where I believe it's intended to be just to Perkins's right. So that he can give it to Anderson on that momentum kind of shift. But right there, a little too far to the right. And in this weather, again, just tough to get a hold of, but Anderson was able to fall on it. That's a loss of 2, so that'll bring up 4th down for the Cougars. 4th and 5, and they're going to kick a field goal. So we're going to see Calvin Morgan attempt a field goal with this sloppy field. Here's the snap. Here's the kick. He got it off. And it is good. Calvin Morgan with a 35-yard field goal.
He had another 5 yards left at least.
For the Show Low Cougars. Put some extra points on the board. That's 3 points. And that makes it Show Low 24, Monument Valley 0. On homecoming night for the Show Low Cougars. And something we want to share during this moment before the kickoff is that Brian Begay, who's the Mountain, I always want to say Mountain View for whatever reason, but Monument Valley, he's the head coach for Monument Valley. He received a call today from Monument Valley High School Hall of Fame Committee that he will be inducted into the Mustang Hall of Fame as a coach. And he wanted to let everyone know that he's truly honored and humbled by this recognition. And the induction will take place during halftime on October 24th. Thank you to everyone who has been part of this journey. I couldn't have done it without your support. Go Mustangs. And that's from Brian Begay, the head coach of the Monument Valley Mustangs.
Congratulations to him. That is just exciting.
Here's a long kickoff.
Speaking of exciting,
it was got no blockers in front of him right there. And again, that was not kicked to number 4, Drake Chi. That was to number 6, Andre Smith, who has a bit of a trouble picking it up. And then as he does, he is met by a swarm of black jerseys.
He's limping off field pretty well too.
He looks up, and there is nothing but black special team jerseys for the Show Low Cougars. And there's Coach Begay right there, who will be inducted into the Monument Valley Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Coach Begay. We have 2 minutes left here in the second quarter. Here's a missed handoff, but it's to the man in motion. He fumbles, and that is Show Low Cougars ball.
Cougars
right
on it.
Big hit.
It looked like the helmet or shoulder hit the ball. That was
big hit by the Cougar defender. And number 9, Connor Wood, is able to fall on it for the turnover. And it gets the Cougars another opportunity right before halftime to add more points to the second quarter lead that they have 24-0. And that will be at the 14-yard line. Let's see which defender it was. I believe that was that Ant? Nope, number 44 right there for the Show Low Cougars is able to disrupt and separate the ball from the ball carrier, Talon Sloan, with the forced fumble. Cash Perkins gets the ball, looks to pass, can't control it. He drops it, but falls on it. Again, wet football syndrome right there. Cash Perkins was just about getting ready to throw it, and it slipped out of his hands.
Now, do you happen to know what the rules are for asking for a ball to be swapped out to the sideline, get dried off?
Well, they try to do it a little bit. Used to be where the refs would have a towel and they would dry it off.
I remember that.
I don't think as much. You don't see the refs doing that more, So here's the snap. Here's a pitch to Anderson. He's got a block on the outside. He's got an opening room. He breaks the tackle. And 2, and does he fall in or just short?
I think he came a yard short. Great effort, though.
That's where his backside hit. If he had just reached the ball behind him, it would have been a touchdown. But Anderson, look at the scamper. He's got nothing but room on the outside. That was a huge block. I'll have to find out who that was. And if he leans back the football, he outstretches his bottom side and gets the touchdown. But it's going to be Show Low first down at the 1-yard line. I think you got to give it to Anderson. Do you not?
I think that they need to.
And they will give it to Anderson up the middle, but he is scrunched. I think Monument Valley knew that he was going to get the ball.
He really made a good adjustment. If you watch that run, he did short, little, tiny, choppy steps that kept him in balance, even though he was trying to cut an angle.
Here's Anderson, and he just gets creamed by the white jerseys of the Mustangs. So here comes Show Low. That was a loss of 2. Anderson in the backfield to the right of Perkins. Perkins going to get it. He's going to give it to Anderson again. Anderson's going to go right between the tackles into the end zone for the touchdown.
Making it look easy. Nice hole. I want to see the line play on that one.
You got to give it to him, right? You got to give it to Anderson to get in there. He did all the dirty work, and he's able to get in. That was a 3-yard touchdown run by Anderson. Add some more points before halftime. They were way offsides.
Yep.
That was with 19 seconds left.
Now they're not giving up.
In this second quarter. Mustangs, even on the extra points, try to take advantage of it, try to time that snap count.
Half the distance to the goal. Repeat the extra point.
Well, I can tell you on warm days when you try to block those with your hands, it's not comfortable.
And it's not going to be comfortable on cold days.
Oh, my gosh.
But Morgan is able to kick it through the uprights. As Show Low's able to add to their lead just before halftime, it is Show Low Cougars 31, Monument Valley 0 here in the first half of the homecoming game for the Show Low Cougars. And we got 19 seconds left before the end of the half, and before all the halftime homecoming festivities, get to find out who the king and queen are. And I think they have, right, the prince and princesses, like isn't that the juniors? And then the other classes.
Right. I would love to tell you I know, but they always seem to set up the soccer games as away games on our homecomings. It was like almost every single year.
Well, they're not going to do that in soccer, but in football, that's typically what it does. And
right.
I understand because as long back as you went, you weren't part of any of the homecoming, royalty, so you don't remember how it goes.
Of course not.
No. So we'll have the kickoff here, a little pooch kick, but this is going in the direction of Drake Chi, who gets it on the bounce. He's got a little opening. He's going to try to squib it through. He's squirming, trying to work his way down after he's finally tackled, but that was a nice little return by Drake Chi. How about that? Carter, you got your quarterback returning kickoffs.
Yeah, you don't see that. I can't tell you last time I've seen that.
Right?
just seems like potential for injury is so great.
And in 13 seconds, folks, stay tuned for the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime show. Here's the snap. Here's the give up the middle to Trent Tall, who's going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. I think we'll just Monument Valley probably let the time run, and we'll go to halftime. We're here tonight on homecoming night for Show Low Cougars. It is the Show Low Cougars 31, Monument Valley 0. A very efficient game. Production, both offense and defense and special teams for the Show Low Cougars here tonight as they are up 31-0. Get ready for the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime show. You're listening and watching the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Hatch Toyota will pay top dollar for your trade, whether you buy a vehicle from us or not. Get a free appraisal. Get a free Carfax report. Get a check. And we'll pay you up to 120% above Kelly Blue Book value. Hatch Toyota is buying quality late model vehicles. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall. Get an appraisal. Get a check. We want your vehicle and are willing to pay for it. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and HatchToyota.com.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Hey, Lifeline phone users, important news flash. If you don't use your phone regularly, it could get deactivated. Remember, use it, don't lose it. Call, text, or go online weekly to keep your free benefit active. Cellular One is here to keep you connected with our free Lifeline phone program, offering unlimited talk and text nationwide, plus 5 gigabytes of high-speed data. Stay connected with the largest, most reliable network on the Navajo Nation. Visit your nearest Cellular One store or mycellularone.com for details.
Your neighbors and friends won't have to fake their enthusiasm over your new wall. With the durability and strength of precast Verticrete walls from Hatch Concrete is a solid investment. Enhance your property's value with a two-sided decorative concrete wall that's as stylish as it is affordable. No yearly repairs or restaining needed. Request a free estimate from Hatch Concrete today, where quality isn't just a name, but a tradition.
The gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
Beam & Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beam & Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night, 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beam & Drilling.
This could be your best vacation ever. Start with 2 2 nights at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Then add 2 premium tickets to see Mr. Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace the first night you're there. And if that's not enough, let's add 2 tickets to the National Finals Rodeo the very next night. What? When you choose Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, everyone gets steak dinner for 2 at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets. And right now, everyone, cash or insurance, gets their name put in the hat to win a vacation they will never forget. 2 front section tickets to see Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. And 2 tickets the next night to see the National Finals Rodeo. If you have a broken windshield, you know the jingle.
536-5972 Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Cash Back. Woohoo!
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
And welcome to the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint Halftime Report. This is Byron Brown B Square with Carter Anderson. Floyd Simmons is in Wisconsin getting a suntan while we are here in Show Low, Arizona, getting frostbite.
On the ice cap.
Yep. That's right. As Derek Simmons and Sean Holvastad come in to warm up, they're like complaining about how cold their fingers are and that they are getting, they're blue and soon to be black, and
a name like that, he should be in Wisconsin himself.
He should be. He should be used to this cold, right? Should be. But here tonight, it's homecoming night for the Show Low Cougars at Show Low Ford Field, and in the first half, it has been all Show Low here tonight against the Monument Valley Mustangs. It is 31-0. Show Low Cougars up at halftime, and a quick synopsis of the 4 touchdowns for the Show Low Cougars here tonight. It took one play for the Show Low Cougars to score on the very first possession of the game, and that was a Cash Perkins fake to Dak Lamson up the middle, pull it back out, hit Jet Walker over the middle, and no one's catching Jet Walker for a 55-yard touchdown. That started the scoring for the Show Low Cougars on the very first play of homecoming night, and that put Show Low up 7-0. And then on a bad snap through the hands of the punter of Monument Valley, the punter picks the ball up, and a great hustle play by the Show Low Cougars special teams, and I believe that was number 57, Dallin Rawlings, that tackles the punter of Monument Valley at the 1-yard line. And that was on 4th down, so it's a turnover of downs, and Show Low takes over, and Cash Perkins is able to turn it into points with a 1-yard scamper into the end zone to put up the Show Low Cougars 14-0. And then on Monument Valley's next possession, they punted the ball. Again, they did not snap it over the punter's head. They did not have a turnover. But instead, they had a bad punt of 11 yards that gave the ball to Show Low at the Monument Valley 32, where Show Low was able to march down and finish it off with a Dax Lamson 2-yard touchdown to make it 21-0. And then later on, a few possessions later, Show Low was able to drive down and get a 35-yard field goal from Calvin Morgan to put it up 24-0. And then at the end as Monument Valley, with about 2 minutes left in the second quarter, it was a big hit for the Show Low Cougars, number 44, Talon Sloan, that separates the ball from the runner, Tall, and Show Low was able to recover. That was Connor Wood that came up with the fumble recovery. Show Low took over at the 17-yard line and finished that off with it was a 3-yard Anderson touchdown, not a Carter Anderson, but an Alexander Anderson touchdown. And that's how we got to 31-0 for the Show Low Cougars.
You know, I don't think that it will necessarily take a rocket scientist to figure this out, Byron, but there's a common denominator.
What is that?
3 of those 4 touchdowns all started within 32-yard line or less of their opposing team. You're gonna win a lot of games when you do that.
That is very, very true, Carter. That any time that you start inside the opponent's 35-yard line on any of the drives, and one was at the 1-yard line, you should be up. And when you see the score at halftime, 31-0, that is the common denominator right there. And I will say that for Monument Valley, it's been a little heartache in the first half. They had Drake Barnell, who, by the way, is the quarterback for the Mustang offense. He had a 93-yard kickoff return for a touchdown brought back because of a hold that I'm not sure was even close to where he was. It's one of those plays where he ran to the left. I think the hold was on the right. Of side of the field, not away from the play. And unfortunately for Monument Valley, the one score that they had got brought back because of penalty. And I also wanted to mention, as we're watching the replays of the first half, that I forgot to mention that there was another exciting, great run by Alexander Anderson. That was on that field goal drive where he had a 62-yard run from his 20 to the Mustangs' 18, and he went through 7 defenders, 7 would-be tacklers that tried to bring him down, and he would not be denied. So,
as we're watching him score, well,
this is the
one where
time
he should have almost scored with the reach.
His backside came down before he could get the ball across, but he was able to finish it right there. And so here tonight, dominant game in the first half by the Show Low Cougars. We were talking to one of the coaches as they were going down, and he was just mentioning how slow Show Low looked. But why is that?
It's when it's wet, you have to take short, choppy steps. And if you don't, you're going to fall. It's just that simple. I've played in many of these games in high school, and I think Anderson's doing the right thing with those short little I would keep feeding him, quite frankly.
Yeah, he's doing a great job with that. And as you said, when the field is like it is, and for those that are able to watch on YouTube, you can see like when they're tackled just like that,
right.
You see the water coming up. So the field is, even though it is a brand new field, okay, they redid the field in the summer, and they did a great job. We don't have that huge crown in the middle, but there still is a crown. Even though it has drainage, but just the weather that you're going to have that we had here today, the field's going to be wet. It's going to be a little soaking wet, and you see it here affect to a degree the speed of the Show Low Cougars, but they're doing a great job, as you're saying, is to adjusting to that by having quick, short, choppy steps to make get the momentum and not slip over. So we're going to take a timeout. You're listening to the halftime report presented by Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint.
This could be your best vacation ever. Start with 2 nights at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Then add 2 premium tickets to see Mr. Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace the first night you're there. And if that's not enough, let's add 2 tickets to the National Finals Rodeo the very next night. What? When you choose Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, everyone gets steak dinner for 2 at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets. And right now, everyone, cash or insurance, gets their name put in the hat to win a vacation they will never forget. 2 front section tickets to see Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. And 2 tickets the next night to see the National Finals Rodeo. If you have a broken windshield, you know the jingle.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Cashback. Woohoo!
The Factory Challenge is on! And Hatch Toyota in Show Low is snapping up! The factory has challenged us to sell 50 new Tundras by the end of the month. And guess what? We're gonna crush it! Every single Tundra, in every trim, every option, and every color will be sold at factory invoice. You pay exactly what we pay. You'll save thousands. We'll even show you the factory invoice. No games, no gimmicks, just the best price you'll find anywhere. The challenge is real, and the savings are massive. That's Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall.
Imagine watching your favorite team without a comfy couch to leap from when your team scores that winning touchdown, or a table for all of your favorite game time snacks, or even a media center to display your TV. Unthinkable. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, brings only the best to make your game time experience a winner. The Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
Welcome back to the halftime report presented by Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tents. This is Byron Brown, B Square, with Carter Anderson here tonight on homecoming night for the Show Low Cougars. And the Show Low Cougars are doing like our presenting sponsor, Hatch Toyota. They're looking like a bunch of Toyota Tundras, slopping through the mud, the slosh, putting in 4-wheel drive, and just running things over. That's what the Show Low Cougars are here tonight. And then you look at the stoutness. You know, they're not maybe the biggest team, but they're one of the most aggressive teams. Reminds you of the Toyota Tacomas. Those things are tough, rugged.
Right.
About your size, but they're tough and more rugged than you are. And they get the job done, and that's exactly what the Show Low Cougars here are doing tonight in this first half of the homecoming game against the Monument Valley Mustangs, leading 31-0. And I just want to give an update in case anyone's, choosing us over the Major League Baseball playoffs. And here, earlier in the day, the New York Mets were able to beat the Dodgers 12-6, so that will force a Game 6 and bring the series back to L.A. The Dodgers are up 3-2, so the Mets are still on a win-or-go-home basis. But right now, in the top of the ninth, it is between the Yankees and the Guardians. It is 6-6. The Guardians have been playing from behind and are able to tie it up in the bottom of the eighth. But here in the top of the ninth, the Yankees have first and third with nobody out. Now, I can't tell you who's up to bat. I will. It's Wells, not Judge or anybody like that. So I think it's Austin Wells for the Yankees. So we'll keep an eye on that because we definitely want the Yankees to lose. We want that series to be tied 2-2, and nor do we want the Yankees to win. Period.
Now, do we balance out and kind of disrespect the Dodgers? Just, What
do you mean disrespect them?
Well, we have certain members of this broadcasting team that really seem to enjoy the Dodgers.
Well, Floyd Simmons is one,
right.
And I do root for the Dodgers also.
I'm so sorry. Well,
I have no problems with that. It's but part of that is that the Dodgers were Arizona's team before the Diamondbacks.
Fair enough.
Just like on the North Dakota Plains, where you didn't have any professional teams, nor did the state of Arizona. So, basically, as we grew up, Floyd and myself, and again, I'm not putting us in the same age group because he's way older.
Way older. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, as we grew up, because the Diamondbacks didn't become an organization until 1998. And I can't say that I was that young. But as we grew up, it was the Dodgers. I mean, that was the broadcast. I remember being able to listen at night during the baseball season to Vince Scully.
Right.
A broadcast game of the Dodgers. So, it's tough. I did root for the Diamondbacks, but it's tough because I've become I'm not the your father's fan that would be like, oh, you got to root for him, win or lose, which I agree with that point. But when the organization doesn't try to win,
right?
How do you root for him? How do you support him? I can't support him. Look, if you can't support yourself, why are you asking me to support him? And yes, the Diamondbacks, went to the World Series last year. But as I was mentioning to my family that likes the Diamondbacks, and I said, hey, if they're serious about it, they'll go out and get pitching. They need one bullpen. They need a 6, 7, 8 guy, right. And then they need a closer. Did they get that? No.
I think they thought they did.
They needed to. And they didn't do it. They thought they had someone within the organization that could do it. Mm-hmm. And guess what? They came up one game short of going to the playoffs.
Right.
And that one game, I mean, you could go through the schedule and go, oh, it was this game, this game. But I would tell you right now that it was the Milwaukee Brewers game at the end of the season, the last week, when you were up 8-0. Mm-hmm. 8-0.
Right.
Going into, I believe, like the 6th or 7th inning, and you lost 10-9.
Unbelievable.
Okay? If you had a closer or some other arms, you win that game.
Right.
And you're in the, who knows where you're at during the playoffs. So that's where we're at with the Major League Baseball. And getting back real quick to the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report. The Show Low Cougars having their way with the Monument Valley Mustangs on Show Low Ford Field. They had their touchdowns. One play, 55 yards, Perkins to Walker.
And a 10-yard pass.
Yeah, 10-yard pass, but a 45-yard run by Perkins, but no one was catching him, and he was wide open. Show Low scored a 1-yard touchdown run on Perkins. They had a Lamson 2-yard touchdown run, and also they had a 3-yard Anderson touchdown run and a 35-yard field goal by Calvin Morgan, and that's your 31 points for the Show Low Cougars. And Monument Valley has been, after about the first really possession where they were able to run the ball up the middle with Tall, their running back, Show Low Cougars have made an adjustment, has really been able to stymie the Mustang offense.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they went to I noticed they were playing a 5-man line, and I think in the beginning of the game it started with a 4, but we'd have to go back and take a peek at that. But they did some adjustment, and something worked.
And that's what you want to see. You want to be able to make those adjustments, and you're listening to this halftime report, the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get the second half kickoff. It is Show Low 31, Monument Valley 0.
This could be your best vacation ever. Start with 2 nights at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Then add 2 premium tickets to see Mr. Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace the first night you're there. And if that's not enough, let's add 2 tickets to the National Finals Rodeo the very next night. What? When you choose Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, everyone gets steak dinner for 2 at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets. And right now, everyone, cash or insurance, gets their name put in the hat to win a vacation they will never forget. 2 front section tickets to see Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. And 2 tickets the next night to see the National Finals Rodeo. If you have a broken windshield, you know the jingle.
5, 3, 6, 5, 9, 7. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Cash Back. Woohoo!
The Factory Challenge is on! And Hatch Toyota in Show Low is snapping up! The factory has challenged us to sell 50 new Tundras by the end of the month. And guess what? We're gonna crush it! Every single Tundra, in every trim, every option, and every color will be sold at factory invoice. You pay exactly what we pay. You'll save thousands. We'll even show you the factory invoice. No games, no gimmicks, just the best price you'll find anywhere. The challenge is real, and the savings are massive. That's Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall.
Imagine watching your favorite team without a comfy couch to leap from when your team scores that winning touchdown, or a table for all of your favorite game time snacks, or even a media center to display your TV. Unthinkable. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, brings only the best to make your game time experience a winner. The Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
And we're back for the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. This is Byron Brown B Square with Carter Anderson. For the start of the second half, we had a pooch kick. Monument Valley called fair catch. So they get it at their own 34-yard line, down 31-0. Man in motion. Here's the snap. Here's the give to the motion man. He's going backwards. He needs to go forwards, and he is going to be just corralled by the stingy Show Low Cougar defense.
Swarmed.
Well, you can't say swarmed. Because that's the rival, Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. They swarm.
Speaking of them,
for the 3A East region to take the lead and could be finished first in the division, that's Payson versus Blue Ridge down at Payson. Last score we had was Payson 10, Blue Ridge 6. Here's the give up the middle, and he's got a crease all the way down within 2 yards of the first down. That's a big run right there, 12-yard run for Tall of the Mustangs going right up the middle. So Blue Ridge undefeated in 3A East region play, Payson undefeated. So those two teams, kind of whoever wins will be the favorite to win the region. So 3rd and 2. Here's the give up the middle to Tall. Is he going to get it? He's dragging defenders, but he's going to be a yard short. Nice job by the Cougar defense right there. He's first hit and met in the middle by Mason.
Handoff up the middle.
I'm just going to say Mason because I don't want to, I want to say, I think it's Luke Tell, Mason Luke Tell, that was able to stymie Tall for the 1 yard gain. Monument Valley's going to go for it. Drake Chee's going to keep it. He's going to try push hard. I don't think he got it. He didn't get the help of his Monument Valley teammates to get behind him and push him. But it looks like they're going to give it to him. So he must cross the line of scrimmage by the length of a football. Monument Valley with a first down. Man in motion. Snap. Here's the give to the man in motion. He's going to try to get around the edge, cut through, but he's going to be met again by Mason of the Cougar defense, who stops the Andre Smith of the Mustangs for a 1 yard gain. 9:35 left here in the third quarter. Just so everyone's aware, if Show Low scores a touchdown, and that would make it 38-0, we will start the running clock here tonight. And the running clock just doesn't stop on any, going out of bounds, first downs. It's just continuous running. Here's a pitch back, and that's going to go nowhere.
Wow.
Again, the Show Low Cougar defense going to the football. I believe that was Anderson again. And I'm not talking about you, Carter. I'm talking about the player Anderson that once again meets the ball carrier first and then gets helped by 5 black shirts of the defense.
I just got word from Floyd Simmons. He's heading to bed.
Because it's 11:25 over in Wisconsin. Okay, here's back to pass. Drake Chi going to his right, rolling, getting to the outside, getting some of that back for third down. Make it into a fourth and manageable situation. And I said I gave it a 3 hour difference. I believe it's a 2 hour difference. So it's only 10:30.
When did he get there?
And today. He got there today. And
Floyd.
it's 10:30, which is 8:30 our time. You know, I'm going to say this, that Floyd is like my wife, who, if we go back east, I mean, as soon as it hits 9 o'clock, she knows. And it's like everyone tries to explain to her, it's like either 6 or 7 o'clock Arizona time. You don't have to go to bed. But she feels like she does because it's 9 o'clock somewhere. Apparently, Floyd's the same way.
You just compared your – okay, all right.
I was just calling I was
Floyd.
Floyd. I was calling Floyd
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, but we love you, Kim.
Monument Valley went for it. They're going to take a measurement, see where they got it. First down for the Mustangs. That's another first down for the Mustangs here. Ball control for the Mustangs.
Right, a little more consistent.
Which is kind of funny because it seems like they have one play where they go backwards and then they're able, in 3 plays, to be able to get the first down. So I guess whatever works right now. Drake back in pistol, motion, fake, give up the middle to Tall, who is just met at the line of scrimmage. How about Mason again? Number 8 for the Cougars. Mason doing a great job at the middle linebacker spot. A nice adjustment here for the Mustangs to be able to get 2 consecutive first downs in the first drive of the second half. For the most part, they may have got one, a first down, but then they were punting. But here by the newly inducted head coach for Monument Valley, Brian Begay, doing a nice job at the adjustments at halftime. Here's the snap. Drake back to pass. He looks to the side. He's going to get it out to Tall, who gets out of the would-be tackle of the Cougar defender, and that's 44, Talon Sloan. But Tall was able to slip out and get positive yardage, get into a 3rd and 8 situation.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised it went away from the RPO. It seemed like it was working well.
Well, again, they always have that one play where they kind of go backwards. So it's 3rd and 8 for the Mustangs. Trips right. Pistol formation. Here it is. Drake's going to look. He's going to dump it off to Tall, who's wide open. He's got some room down the sidelines, and he's going to get out of bounds for the first down.
You can't argue with success. That was
well, I guess that's the part of the deception, right? You go trips right, get all the defenders to the right side, slip the running back out of the backfield, and just dump it to him and get the first down. Big gain right there by Tall on that little pass from Drake Chi. First down in Show Low territory. Man in motion. Here's they give up the middle. Again to Tall. Oh, they're going to push him forward. I like that.
Oh, looks like the Bison.
It's like the North Dakota Bison play, right? Go up the middle and then have all your linemen go behind them and push them.
Right. Now they call it the Philly push.
Right, the Philly tush push.
Right.
But there's a gain of 1 yard for the Mustangs. They're at the Show Low 30-yard line, man in motion. Fake the give, and Drake Chi's going to take it up the middle. And he's going to get met by the Show Low Cougar defense. And I believe that's only going to be a play for a yard.
No gain on the play. Looked like he was met by Elijah Thomas and Cooper Peck.
But again, a nice first series of the second half for the Mustangs. They've taken the clock down all the way to 5.5 minutes. So they're playing clock management here. Monument Valley going to give it right up the middle to Tall. He gets stymied right there. Again, that was Mason that took on the block and got low.
Ball up the middle.
Held Tall until he was able to get some help by number 54, Quentin Jade. So it's 4th down. Probably 4th and 8 for Monument Valley. Trying to figure out what they want to do. We got splits for the receivers. Drake Chee in the backfield. Man in motion. Now it's going to be trips. Bad snap. He took his eye off of it. He's just going to have to fall on it, and that's going to be a turnover of downs.
Turnover on downs for the Mustangs.
So after the turnover on downs, we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to the Show Low, to the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Multiply your back-to-school savings with Naked Mobile's 3 for $35 deal. Buy 3 months of our $35 unlimited talk and text plan and get a Samsung Galaxy A13 free. Divide your stress, not your budget, with Naked Mobile. No contracts, no credit checks, just the best coverage on the Navajo Nation. Plus, it comes with a 10-gigabyte high-speed hotspot. Grab your free Samsung Galaxy A13 online or in-store while supplies last. Visit nakedmobile.com or your nearest Cellular One store today.
That was a give up to the right side of the line to Dax Lamson, who got 5 yards, who was met at the line of scrimmage, but was just forced himself to the 5, get those extra 5 yards, 2nd down and 5 for the Show Low Cougars after the Mustangs turned over the ball on downs. Here's a give up to Anderson in the middle. He's got room.
He's going.
He's going. He's got the sideline. He is going to be brought down at the Mustang 22-yard line. Another big run by Alexander Anderson right up the middle. How about the blocking by the Show Low Cougars offensive line?
He is a tank to bring down, isn't he?
He is. He is a tank. Unfortunately, he looks about as fast as you.
Wow.
As the other Anderson in the booth.
I'll give him forgiveness on this one field. I think he's running fast.
Here's the snap. Here's the give to Lamson. He's got room to run. Nice open hole by the offensive line. And he's going to get down to the 4-yard line.
Offensive line is having its way.
They are having their way. Watch the offensive line just create holes. Lamson's not even touched until he gets down to about the 5-yard line.
Nice little trap.
So 1st and goal for the Show Low Cougars from the Mustang 5-yard line. Here's Perkins in the backfield. He's going to give it to Anderson. No, they're going to keep it. Perkins is going to keep it and get in the end zone for the touchdown.
I think he pretty much fooled everybody.
Well, you know, the thing is with that play is the defense wasn't right there, and he was able, between him and Anderson, they just said, hey, I'm just going to keep it until someone makes a decision. And finally, a defender came at Anderson, so Perkins just took it from him and waltzed right in for the 5-yard touchdown score.
And you can see in the background the nice fire.
A little fire pit going on. That's right. Another extra point good for Calvin Morgan. And here on homecoming, Show Low is taking it to the Mustangs. Show Low Cougars 38, Monument Valley 0. You're listening to the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your concrete or construction needs from granite to cinders. Hatch Concrete is not just another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality service, quality concrete, concrete pumping, and Fox blocks where quality is not just a name, but a tradition. At Hatch Concrete, this mud's for you.
Imagine watching your favorite team without a comfy couch to leap from when your team scores that winning touchdown, or a table for all of your favorite game time snacks, or even a media center to display your TV. Unthinkable. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, brings only the best to make your game time experience a winner. The Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
And here's the pooch kick, and there's the ball loose. Who's got it? Everybody's going down to the ground, and it's Show Low recovers.
Cougars ball.
The Show Low Cougars recover the pooch kick. And Show Low will get the ball now at the Mustang 31-yard line after just coming off a score on a 5-yard run by Cash Perkins to make it 38-0, Show Low Cougars.
I think we're starting to see the temperatures affecting a Monument Valley team.
That, and unfortunately, sometimes when the score gets a little bit where it is, you just get a little tired. Yeah, you lose your focus. Yeah. And so now we have the running clock, which means the clock doesn't stop, which it didn't even on the turnover. So Cash Perkins in the back. He's going to keep it up the middle, fake the pass. That's not Cash. That's a new quarterback. That's number 11. That's Ben Free.
Number 11, Ben Frond on the
Frond. Well, we're going to go with the Show Low announcer, right? Mm-hmm. Rawlings. He should know it.
I would think so.
Ben Frond is now the quarterback and does a nice job going up the middle.
Some props for getting the fumble on that play.
He's a sophomore. Good experience.
Here's the snap. Here's the give to 22 on that little trap play. He's got room to run. We got to see. He breaks the tackle. He's going all the way down to the 5-yard line, probably the 6-yard line. That is Elijah Thomas, a sophomore for the Cougars, with a great run down into the 6-yard line.
The young guys getting some experience.
This is the time where I'm glad to see Coach Boyce of the Show Low Cougars being able to put in his young guys and let them get some experience. Sometimes, too many times, I've seen with a lead like this, the first teamers are still out there. And you need to get the other guys because some, again, not to say you hope it does or whatever, but an injury can happen. These guys need that exposure. And here's a handoff right there to Elijah Thomas fighting his way. I think he got to the 5-yard, the gain of 1. That was a hard-earned gain of 1 yard, but someone's down right now for Monument Valley.
Official timeout.
And with that timeout, we're going to take a timeout. You're listening to the Show Low versus Monument Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Hatch Toyota will paint top dollar for your trade whether you buy a vehicle from us or not. Get a free appraisal. Get a free Carfax report. Get a check. And we'll pay you up to 120% above Kelly Blue Book value. Hatch Toyota is buying quality late model vehicles. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall. Get an appraisal. Get a check. We want your vehicle and are willing to pay for it. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and HatchToyota.com.
And the injured player for Monument Valley is Brezhun, who is taken off the field. And Show Low will get the ball back. Run a 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Man in motion. Here's the snap. Here's the give to Dax Lamson, and he's going to get denied. He is finally going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. He's been making plays all night long, but the Mustang defense comes up with a big play, forcing 3rd and goal. Let's see if Show Low's going to get a playoff before the end of 3rd quarter. We have a running clock. It is 20 seconds. Show Low huddling. Breaks the huddle. Got 13 seconds to the 10-second mark. See if they snap it off. And they will. It's going to go through the quarterback's hand. He's going to pick it up, and he's going to get dropped for a loss. That was right through Ben Fraud's hands right there. He took his eyes off of it. So that was the last play of the 3rd quarter. We're going to head to the 4th quarter on homecoming night. It is Show Low 38, Monument Valley 0. You're listening and watching the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Hatch Toyota will paint top dollar for your trade whether you buy a vehicle from us or not. Get a free appraisal. Get a free Carfax report. get a check. And we'll pay you up to 120% above Kelley Blue Book value. Hatch Toyota is buying quality late model vehicles. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall. Get an appraisal. Get a check. We want your vehicle and are willing to pay for it. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and hatchtoyota.com.
And welcome back to the fourth quarter at Show Low Ford Field, where it is Show Low on homecoming, putting it to the Mustangs 38-0. This is Byron Brown B Square, along with Carter Anderson. And just earlier in the broadcast, probably about like 10 minutes ago, we wished Grandma Floyd Simmons a good night because he said he was going to bed at 8:30 our time. So fourth down, Calvin Morgan is coming on for a field goal for the Show Low Cougars. Puts it about up, bad snap. It's going to be, there it is, fumble, and finally recovered by the Mustangs. I thought that was a good snap. I'm just kind of curious if Cash Perkins didn't quite catch it. We'll have to see on the replay. Here's the replay. Yeah, a little low snap, but he still kind of whiffed it. Kind of looked like maybe a Byron Brown fielding a ground ball right there back in the day in softball.
I would say Floyd Simmons.
Oh, Floyd Simmons, yeah. Definitely looked like Grandpa or Grandma Floyd Simmons trying to field the softball ground ball back in the day. So that'll be a turnover on downs. Mustangs take over. Again, clock running.
What altitude is Monument Valley at, do you know?
I don't, to be honest with you. But here's a pass to the sideline. Forward pass. That's going to be incomplete by Drake Chi trying to get out to the flat.
Incomplete pass. Bringing up 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs.
So the Yankees ended up winning 8-6 over the Guardians.
Just got an update from the Payson game. 24-21. Payson is over Blue Ridge right now.
24-21. What a game.
Right.
What a game. I wonder what the field's like over there. Wonder how bad Payson got some weather over there. Probably same as we did. But maybe, I don't know, because we got some sleet and snow. It just didn't stick. Here's the snap. Fake give. Here's a pass again over to the flat. That's backwards. Are they going to jump on it? Yes. Mustangs are going to jump on it. That's going to be a loss of yardage right there. That's at least about 6 yards on that backward pass by Drake Chi. So I'll put it in third and, a long third down. Looks like it's like probably Linden to Show Low is the distance on this third down. Here's the snap. Drake Chi back to pass. Little pass rush. He's got none. He's looking deep. He's leaving it, but I think that ball got tipped at the line of scrimmage at the last minute by the Cougar defenders. Not sure exactly who those two were, but nice job. He looked like he had some room right here, and then here comes the pressure, and they get their arm up. They're at the last second, knocks it down, tips it, so it's short of the receiver. It'll be fourth down for Monument Valley. They're going to punt the ball. We got 9 minutes left in the game.
See if they do that short pooch again. Cougars apparently think they are. Oh, another one.
Bad snap, and here we go. We're going to tackle the punter again, and he gets pulled down, and he's hurt.
No.
It almost looked like a horse collar, but I don't think he got him as a horse collar, but kind of bent him that way, when you do a horse collar and you come to the back and you bring him down.
Scorpion?
Yes. So we'll check on the punter, but the punter is down for the Mustangs. It will be Show Low's ball turnover after the snap through the punter's hands, and that'll give Show Low the ball at the 5-yard line, with Show Low leading 38-0. We're going to take a break for the injured player. You're listening to the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
The gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your concrete or construction needs, from granite to cinders. Hatch Concrete is not just another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality service, quality concrete, concrete pumping, and Fox blocks, where quality is not just a name, but a tradition. At Hatch Concrete, this mud's for you.
Imagine watching your favorite team without a comfy couch to leap from when your team scores that winning touchdown, or a table for all of your favorite game time snacks, or even a media center to display your TV. Unthinkable. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, brings only the best to make your game time experience a winner. The Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
And welcome back. The punter was able to walk off the field for the Mustangs. And on the first play from scrimmage, Anthony Medina got it down from the 5 to the 1 yard line for the Show Low Cougars. It's 2nd and goal for the Cougars. Here's the snap. Here's the give again to Medina. And he is met in the backfield right there before he can even cut it in by the Mustang defender. And that's a loss. I'll put it back at the 4 yard line.
Another sophomore. Nice to see them getting some experience. You know, I was thinking, too, I remember during homecoming, you always wanted that junior, senior year just to stay on the field to the very bitter end, every play that you could get. So, you know, hats off to Coach for doing that.
Well, again, I think you got to give them experience when you're able to. Here's the snap. Again, fumbled snap, loose on the turf. It's finally fallen on by the Cougars. That's number 30, Corbin Wood, a freshman, that is able to fall on that loose ball and keep it for the Cougars, allow them to maybe attempt a field goal. So this started on the 5 yard line, got to the 1, went backwards to the 4, and now has ended up at the 14 yard line.
It's been the story of the night. Fumbles, and more fumbles.
But you expect that to a degree.
Absolutely.
Because of the youth that is on the field for the Cougars.
All the factors. Cold, wet.
We got timeout by Show Low as they're going to get ready to attempt a field goal. That's going to be about a 27-yarder for Calvin Morgan, who's been perfect on his attempts so far on the extra points and in the one field goal that he attempted. The other one, he just never got the opportunity because the ball went through the holder's hands. So here with 6:33 left in the fourth quarter, Show Low looking like fourth down that they're going to attempt the field goal, leading 38-0 over the Monument Valley Mustangs. And it's homecoming night for the Show Low Cougars. I always like to be victorious on homecoming, but the other thing is that you always watch for, and that was, I think, put to bed on the first play of the game by the Show Low Cougars with a 55-yard touchdown pass, is that you always wonder, are the kids, how focused are they for the game, because it's homecoming with all the festivities going on. And here we're going to have offsides on Monument Valley. So it's still going to be 4th down and goal. So Show Low's going to be able to still attempt the field goal. It's going to be now instead of 27, 22 yards. But again, with homecoming festivities, the concern as coaches is how focused are the kids.
Right.
And again, that was laid to bed by a Cash Perkins to Jet Walker 55-yard touchdown pass, and this one's blocked right up the middle. Huge pressure by the Mustangs. They're able to block this field goal attempt and deny the Cougars 3 more points. And Calvin Morgan, his opportunity to be perfect for the night. Look at that. I'm not sure if anybody blocked up front. So with just under 6 minutes left, Monument Valley will take over at their own 17-yard line. So we have a running clock. So it did stop because it's a change of possession. But as you see, once it's turned around, boom, the clock starts. So
that's good.
So we'll have 5.5 left. Here's the snap. Here's the give up the middle to Tall, who's going to rumble forward for about 3 yards. And that's a big tackle right there by Braden Gurola. Gurola is the look.
I would go with that.
Is how I see the penmanship.
Mm-hmm.
So Braden Gurola right there with the tackle. He's a sophomore, another sophomore. And again, a lot of youth on the defense. Here's the snap. Here's the give to Tall. He's got a little opening on the left side. He's got some run. He's rumbling down. He's got the first down. He gets the ball out to the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 16 for Tall.
Well, their punter is begging them to get every first down they can.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure their punter does not want to punt anymore.
Oh, my. Byron, did you play high school football?
I did not.
I will tell you.
I did not. I played basketball and baseball.
These guys that are playing both ways, they wake up in the morning with their eyelashes hurting.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. That's Tall up the middle again for a good yardage of 4. And here's Tall again, and he's been the workhorse for the Mustangs. See, did Show get the 12th guy off in time? Here's a roll to the left, and Drake Chi
took a hit.
Takes a big hit. Is he going to get up? Yeah, but he's a little dinged up, and he's going to be feeling it tomorrow also. That was a big hit. But I believe that was 79, right, of the Show Low Cougars.
Yeah, anytime your body goes horizontal and lands, you've taken a shot.
I don't know if that was 70. I thought it was 79, but it could be 78. Cooper Horner, 78. We're going to go with that. That was a big hit right there. Here's the give to Tall. He's got a little opening, gets up there, squirts for gain of 2 yards. I think what happens right there is you kind of saw Drake Chi. I think he's like, I am not running it anymore. I'm giving it to you here.
Have fun.
Have fun. Basically, if there's a call for me, I'm delaying it to you.
Uh-huh.
That's what Drake Chi is like. He's like rechecking the wristband. Nope. That's not going to be the play. Nope. Nope. All right. RPO. Tall, you're getting the ball again.
Yep. RPO, it's being handed off.
Uh-oh. He's throwing it. Oh, and he does throw it from the 4th down in and out of the hands of the receiver, and that'll be a turnover on downs for the Show Low Cougar defense.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night, 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
In years past, when you needed expert medical care, you may have overlooked one credible local healthcare provider. White Mountain Regional Medical Center's Rural Health Clinic is your destination for specialized care, orthopedics, podiatry, behavioral health, and advanced interventional pain management. And it's all closer than you think. Located in Springerville, White Mountain Regional Medical Center is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
And here's the snap, give up the middle. For the Cougars, that's number 30, Corbin Wood, who gets stood up. And from the last commercial, the White Mountain Regional Medical Center, they're sponsoring the Sports Zone Player of the Game. And Carter Anderson, you better start thinking about who we got.
Good options.
Who we got, because I could think of about 3 or 4 players right now, like Ash Perkins, Jet Walker, Dax Lamson, and your guy, Alex Anderson. I mean, there's 4 names right there that could be the Sports Zone Player of the Game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center as we get ready with under a minute left. Here's a give up the middle. That's to Luke Smith, who's going to get stopped for about a 2-yard gain. Probably got enough time for one play. Yeah,
and a quick shout-out to White Mountain Regional Medical Center, too. My alma mater.
Your alma mater, and let's just give a quick shout-out. We've talked about Derek Simmons and Sean Ovestad as our camera guys, but how about our production, Joe Matthews, right there doing a great job, to the right in the booth next to us, and there's a Neil. So this is going to bring the end of the game for the Show Low Cougars, victorious for homecoming, and I think those guys can hear us. So Sean and Derek, mentioned to Joe Matthews your picks for the Sports Zone Player of the Game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. I gave you guys 4 names, and we'll see who we all pick right here. And here we are, Show Low Cougars victorious on homecoming night, 38-0 over Monument Valley. And a quick congratulations, real quick, to the Monument Valley head coach, Brian Begay, who is going to be inducted into the Monument Valley High School Hall of Fame next Saturday, October 24th. So congratulations to Coach Begay, and congratulations to Coach Boyce and the coaching staff of the Show Low Cougars and the players of the Show Low Cougars coming away victorious here tonight against Monument Valley, 38-0. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to announce the Sports Zone Player of the Game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. You're listening to the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Road trip, boys. We're kicking off the savings at Hatch Toyota in Show Low.
We're headed to the Cardinals game in style in a new 2025 Toyota Camry with its elevated style and refined performance.
Man, this Camry's a game changer. Look at all the tech. Touchscreen display, Apple CarPlay, and safety features that read the field better than a quarterback.
It's no wonder Camry's been the best-selling passenger car in the U.S. for 22 years straight.
And with payments starting as low as $319 a month, you'll be scoring big on savings.
Get to Hatch Toyota. It's the perfect place to kick off your savings this season.
Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and at HatchToyota.com, official automotive sponsors of the NFL, where the savings are always a touchdown.
On approved credit, plus tax, title, license, $5.99 documentation, and $210 etch fees. Lease Camry for 36 months with $25.99 due at signing.
This could be your best vacation ever. Start with 2 nights at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Then add 2 premium tickets to see Mr. Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace the first night you're there. And if that's not enough, let's add 2 tickets to the National Finals Rodeo the very next night. What? When you choose Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, everyone gets steak dinner for two at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets. And right now, everyone, cash or insurance, gets their name put in the hat to win a vacation they will never forget. 2 front section tickets to see Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. And 2 tickets the next night to see the National Finals Rodeo. If you have a broken windshield, you know the jingle.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass cash back to you. Woohoo!
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
In years past, when you needed expert medical care, you may have overlooked one credible local healthcare provider. White Mountain Regional Medical Center's Rural Health Clinic is your destination for specialized care, orthopedics, podiatry, behavioral health, and advanced interventional pain management. And it's all closer than you think. Located in Springerville, White Mountain Regional Medical Center is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
And welcome back to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. And this is the post-game wrap-up here tonight at Show Low Ford Field on homecoming. The Show Low Cougars rolled to a 38-0 victory over the Monument Valley Mustangs. And here with the conditions being very wet and slippery, Show Low doing a nice job of being able to overcome Mother Nature and able to score 38 points here tonight. And I'll give you a quick recap of the scoring in the first half. On the very first play of the game, it was Cash Perkins to Jet Walker on a 55-yard touchdown pass. Cash Perkins, RPO, and faking the ball into Dax Lamson, pulling it back out, hitting Jet Walker over the middle. 55 yards later, touchdown, Show Low, 7-0. Show Low Cougars. A few possessions later, on a botched punt, snap, punter can't handle the snap, gets it back, tries to pick it up, tries to outrun Dallin Rawlings of the Cougar special teams, and Dallin Rawlings just throws him down at the 1-yard line. Show Low takes over, and it's a 1-yard touchdown run by Cash Perkins to put Show Low up 14-0. And then later, on another special teams bad punt by the Mustangs, 11-yard punt from their 21 to the Mustangs 32. Show Low was able to take over, march down 32 yards, and end it with a Dax Lamson 2-yard run touchdown. Show Low 21, Monument Valley 0. And then Show Low gets the ball back at their own 20 after a 62-yard Alexander Anderson breaks 7 tackles on his way down to the Monument Valley 18-yard line. Unfortunately for the Cougars, the drive stalls, but they bring in their specialist, Calvin Morgan, and he politely just nails the 35-yard field goal to put Show Low up 24-0. And with about 2 minutes left in the second quarter, just before halftime, big hit by Talon Sloan, who by the force of his hit, is able to separate the ball carrier from the ball, and Show Low recovers at the 17-yard line, and they are able to end it with a 3-yard Alexander Anderson touchdown into the end zone to put the Show Low Cougars up 31-0 at halftime. At the second half, Show Low's first possession from their own 30-yard line, they're able to drive it down after, again, Alex Anderson, 50-yard rumble. Gets it down into the Monument Valley Mustang red zone, and from there, Show Low's able to punch it in with another Cash Perkins 5-yard touchdown, and that is all your scoring, and that puts it at 38-0. And Carter, what's the theme?
The theme was turnovers.
Turnovers and bad punts on special teams. Field position.
Mm-hmm. Leading two, right.
For the Show Low Cougars, they were able to have a drive that started at the Monument Valley 1-yard line, at the 32-yard line, and at the 17-yard line of Monument Valley. When you have field position like that, you ought to come out and have the lead at some point. The other part of the equation of what was going on with the Show Low Cougar scoring drive is our Sports Zone Player of the Game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, and that is the game that Alexander Anderson had. He had a 3-yard touchdown run. How about a 62-yard run, a 50-yard run? Right there, 2 runs.
Over 100.
Puts you at 112 yards on 2 runs. And those were big-time runs. Those weren't just like, hey, I'm out in the open. I mean, that 62-yarder, he broke 7 tackles. And the other one, he had a little surprising speed.
Yeah.
Where he outran the defense, and before he was finally hogtied down inside the red zone of the Mustangs of Monument Valley. So, Alexander Anderson, congratulations. You are the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. And here tonight on Homecoming, Show Low is victorious 38-0. And Carter, any post-game thoughts before we head out?
I thought that Show Low looked better than the 2014. This is, I think there's some hope here. I think they got a shot at getting in the playoffs based upon what you're telling me.
Well, they did. With this win, that puts them at 3-5, and again, they still have to play Blue Ridge and Payson. You win a game,
pick one of them off,
of them, or even both of them, and it puts you in a very good light for the playoffs. Here tonight, again, Show Low victorious on homecoming night, 38-0. I'd just like to thank all the fans for coming and those that are traveling. Be safe. And God's peace, God's love to everyone. You've listened to the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. This is Byron Brown, B Square, saying goodbye.